All right, guys, welcome to another episode of Native MMA Radio. Today I have DyVonne Thorton on here. He is 2-0, going to be taking on a huge test here at Fury Fighting Championship. Super excited about this opportunity, man. Obviously, you being 2-0, Fury Fighting 51 is on UFC Fight Pass September 12th. How excited are you to be on such a huge stage very early on in your career?
It is a huge deal for me. Like, I was talking with my girlfriend about it when my coach brought it up. Like, Dana goes to these.
Right.
And Dana, the last Dana White looking for a fight, he was at a Fury. I think he was at Fury 49.
Yes, in Houston.
Martinez, I think is his name, just fought on Fury 49, got signed, and fought last week. It's a huge opportunity.
100%. You're also still in the flyweight tournament, correct?
No. They never gave me the opportunity. Fusion never gave me the opportunity.
Oh, so that wasn't a tournament fight?
No.
Listen, Ryan, you need to step up your game, bro.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Y'all are missing out on a huge opportunity.
I think he's gonna run the tournament.
For sure. There's a lot of guys in that Fusion flyweight tournament, and one right now we're trying to sneak in on the side because we have some shit up our sleeves right now down here in Arizona.
I love it. I love to hear it.
Hell yeah. For you though, man, you said you haven't been training MMA that long. Tell me what got you into training for MMA in the first place?
Well, what first got me interested was I always, as a kid, I was interested in combat, period. Mm-hmm. I mean, it didn't matter if it was hand on hand, weapons, like military. Like, I always studied like Spartan life, things like that, gyms. And then I wrestled, I wrestled for half my life, so far. And I miss competing like that, having that spotlight on just you and another man. And there's no one else in there with you, no one on that mat, no one in that cage. I miss that a lot. It's all on you to compete and to perform. And then I moved here last year and was working a really shitty job, literally shitty job. I was doing restoration. It's called muck outs. I'm mucking out sewage and shit. I was like, you know what? I'd much rather be getting punched in the face.
Right.
And next day, signed up for this Taekwondo place, was there for about a month. And then that's when I got in touch with Coach Mike, my coach now at Says MMA. And I got there August 20th of last year. So I've only been training MMA for a year now. And, we're already going, man. We're just getting started, and we're already getting up to them heights, man.
Undefeated so far, 2-0. First fight, you walked in there, you took the guy out. That was in March. We were there together. Your next fight, tell me a little bit about that one.
Oh, well, so the debut was actually right before that.
Oh, okay. When was your debut fight then?
January.
Okay, so a quick little turnaround.
Yep, a quick one. Yep. I wanted to get busy, and then we decided to worry more about health after that. So that's why it was a little bit more, I think, 3 months, something like that. Felt like a year since March, man. I tell you that. But my debut, I fought Miguel. I'm freezing on his last name. Morales, I'm pretty sure. And got a rear naked choke in the third round and finished the fight. He didn't tap like a thug. I'm fighting only thugs out here, man.
Right.
Monster. He just got a win last week. So now we're going back at it for Fury, September 12th, man.
So you said you got the rear naked choke. How long have you been training jiu-jitsu?
Just as long as I've been training striking, a year. Because that's the thing. I've only been training striking for a year, jiu-jitsu for a year. You know what I mean? We just started.
Seeing your last fight, man, I wouldn't expect you to be such a heavy-duty wrestler, only striking for a year, because you put on a very good striking display.
Yeah, we're just trying to skyrocket, man. Like you said when we were talking beforehand, before we started, you said the coaching. You could tell the coaching.
Yes.
Got a great coach, Coach Mike, man. That's my guy. He's and we got a great team there. So there's no room to not improve. You know what I mean?
No, for sure.
You're getting beat up.
I mean, Barb just went back to back. She competed in Vegas. She beat a girl out there, Mercedes Lewis. She competed for Fusion and beat what's her name, Roxanne Modafferi. I mean, you guys got very good coaching out there in, what is it, Colorado?
Yes, sir. Colorado Springs.
There we go, man. How long have you been in Colorado Springs?
For going on 2 years. Going on 2 years. Probably about a year and a half.
And where'd you grow up at?
I grew up in Janesville, Wisconsin. Janesville, Beloit, Wisconsin.
Okay.
Madison area.
Nice, nice. And that's where you started wrestling, correct?
Yes, sir. My high school coach and middle school coach. Got to give him a shout out. My boy Daniel Jackson, monster.
And how long did you wrestle for?
I wrestled. I did like intramurals in 6th grade up to in 6th grade, which is like we do like 1 or 2 meets. But I still wrestled, and I loved it, so I grinded. So I still count years of wrestling. And then 8th grade is when it really kickstarted. That's when I met my coach Daniel Jackson. He wrestled at Minnesota, was a 2-time freestyle national champion. Then
Minnesota's, man, they got some killer wrestlers. I mean, Gable Stevenson, Brock Lesnar, Shelton Benjamin. There's some guys out there who've really gone and done some great things since wrestling there.
Exactly. That's what like you said, the coaching. Like when I was wrestling, I had amazing coaching. You know what I'm saying? I get here, got to Says MMA, found Mike, Smitty. I need to say something, Smitty, my boy Smitty. It's like my big bro. He's also more like a striking coach and jiu-jitsu, and he comes to the fight team practices here and there. Like the coaching is just ridiculous,
So have you spent any time in the traditional BJJ styles in a gi, or you just mostly no gi?
That's more of the focus at our gym. I'm not in the gi as much as our gym members. You know what I mean? Because we have a fight team practice. So get everyone together, the fighters together and practice together, build that morale and stuff. We're a team, like the old school Pat Miletich stuff. That's where Coach Mike is from, So we come in at 7:30, and I know I get to drill sometimes. I need to get better on getting in there a little bit more, to be honest. But I don't get to be in the gi as much as I'm doing no gi.
Yeah, but I mean, proof's in the pudding. You're doing very well in no gi. Obviously, you got your first win as a submission. The next one, you finish a guy by strikes. What can we expect from you September 12th?
September 12th, man, I want to just show that I'm a complete mixed martial artist. That's my goal. If it go, I take it to the ground, dominate on the ground. We're standing, dominate while we're standing. You know what I mean? And I'm looking to finish this fight. I don't want any decisions right now.
Yeah, I mean, you've done that so far, 2-0. Where do you see yourself in the next couple of years when it comes to MMA?
Next, man, you can go and look on my my Instagram bio, man. 2025 flyweight champ, UFC, man. That's
there
where
we have it.
Working.
How excited are you? Obviously, you have great coaching behind you. How excited are you to know that, if you do get in a situation and in a fight where you do get rocked or something like that, you have the right coaching behind you to get you through where you need to get?
I feel very comfortable. And like I said, I'm sparring with killers. You know what I mean? Like my boy Darian, you can go look at the old school sparring footage of you take it back to even now, Kamaru and Gaethje. When you go look at their footage, it's wars, and that's exactly what me and Darian and most of the guys at the gym were doing. So I'm getting hurt. You know what I mean? Not knocked out and stuff, but I'm feeling shots,
Getting those lumps,
getting through it. And then my first fight, I put the poker face on though, but there was a leg kick that hurt. I remember one specific leg kick that hurt, but we put the poker face on and kept fighting. And there was an overhand he caught me with, and I finished him right after it. You know what I mean? So we can fight hurt. That's not a thing,
I think that's super important too, because you see a lot of guys, once they get hurt or they get rocked, they give in. They're like, fuck it, just take me out at this point. But you really see some of the killers, especially in the UFC, Bellator, stuff like that, where they'll grind through that situation and makes the fighter who you are. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yep. I want my style to be relentless, just relentless. I'm in your face, no matter what. My first fight, bloody nose, took some shots, my left leg was probably the size of my thigh, and we're still going to war. You know what I mean? That's what I like. Like every time before a fight, people ask me what's your plan. I'm coming home with my shield or on it, man. Every
Right.
single time. Every single time.
That's the making of a great fighter at this point.
Exactly. That's what we're trying to be, man.
Yeah, and you see so many opportunities, especially for flyweights. You know what I mean? The UFC kept the flyweight division. There was a possibility one time where they were going to get rid of it. But keeping the flyweight division, they have shown that it's probably one of the strongest divisions they have in the UFC.
Exactly. Yeah. Most action. There's not crazy knockouts, but there's crazy fights.
Non-stop action.
Right? That's what you guys want. Don't sit here and act like it's not. You want people to go in and go to war. Like you guys are actually a little upset when there's a 15-second knockout. Like
Well, that too, and then like on the flip side, you see heavyweights. Well, they'll stare at each other for like 3-4 minutes before they throw a shot.
I'm not with that. Yeah, like high school wrestling when the heavyweights were up. I'm like, oh. No, I don't think that with fighting because a lot of those guys are crazy athletic, and when you're
Right.
looking at, but like it takes me back, like especially like the amateurs, like oh man, like oh heavyweights, ooh, the medium and smaller guys are up. It's going to be a war.
Oh, yeah.
There's about that.
So over there, it says MMA. Do you guys have a lot of 125ers, or are you kind of the smallest guy in the room, pretty much?
Those guys almost 100% of the time. Hey,
That's good though.
Yeah, like these guys feel lighter, to be honest. They feel super, and plus, when I was in high school, I wrestled at 52 and 45.
Oh wow.
You know what I mean? But I moved here, and I don't know if it was ever like being up in altitude or something, but
Elevation.
it off. Yeah, I couldn't speak for a second. But I don't know if it melted some weight off or not, but I don't know. So I was like, let's just go flyweight, see what we can get with the 20.
The good thing about you constantly being in elevation is when you go to places like Fusion, a lot of their fights are in elevation to where like our guys in Arizona, they gotta have to have masks on and shit just to like try to get that elevation. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because we are pretty up because we're higher than Denver, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
In the Springs. So like we're
over there in the Springs.
And the Springs. Gotta sound like a native sometimes.
Only been there for 2 years, already catching the lingo.
Got to. We're adapted,
Hell yeah. What could we look forward to seeing in here in this next fight?
Action. Nonstop. Like we were just talking about that traditional flyweight way, and I watched a fight of my opponents look like he's going to be on the same thing, action.
Now, is that something that you do often? Because I've heard fighters before in the past, they talk about, I don't really watch the guy. I leave that to my coach and I let them tell me what to do. Is that something that you enjoy doing, watching the guy?
Oh yeah. Like I came from like a football background. Like that's what
watching tape.
Exactly. Be a student of the game. I think as some people say, well, I think he's watching tape because he's not confident. I think you're not watching tape because you don't want to see something that makes you. I don't care if I see him doing something good. That just means I gotta work on what he's doing and what he's good at. You know what I mean? Like I like going in knowledgeable, like everything. Like before I get into anything, before this interview, before I started a job, before anything, I'm putting in research. Like I watched your interviews. You know what I mean? Like from little things like that, I'm studying everything before I get.
That's good, man.
Yeah, I think people should have that type of mindset. Just don't go into something not knowing what you're getting yourself into. You know what I mean?
No,
like
100%. And that's super important, especially in the longevity of your career. You know what I mean? You don't want to take unnecessary shots. If this guy's got a really good question mark quick, you want to be able to know, like, hey, he throws this very well. Let me watch out for what we're fighting.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Like you wouldn't see a football player and be like, their coach come up, hey, did you watch that film I sent you? No, that's for people that aren't confident.
Right.
would probably tell you, all right, then you're second string. You know,
Your
like,
confident ass is gonna go sit on the bench first.
hey, yep, you're confident as yep. Hell no, man. My coaches were literally because on huddle you can watch, the coaches can see how much film you're watching. You know,
Yeah, for sure.
so like I'm watching film, man. That's what I do. I'm a
So you
student.
you played high school football then, yeah?
A little bit of college.
Okay, so there was a situation this past week where Trent Dilfer undressed a student in front of everybody. That's happened to you plenty of times, correct?
Undressed, like,
Not like physically undressed, but got on him. You know what I mean? Like grabbed the helmet, said, "What the fuck are you doing?" type
oh
shit.
yes, yes. I've had some pretty goofy coaches in football. I've
So
been
like
coached.
growing up, I grew up in Southern California and we had some ruthless ass coaches. Like I've been fucking yelled at top, bottom, left, right, called a bitch, all of it. And like never once complained like, "All right, coach, I got you. My bad."
Yeah,
These
my
are
rest.
soft ass kids now.
I'm like, damn, like, chill out. But you do what he told you to do, you know?
For sure. Yeah, I just don't understand like this generation does not go well with that type of stuff. You know what I mean? Like they're a little scared of it.
Very scared of it. Yeah, I was at a summer camp and like it was hard to like discipline them because you got to be too nice. Like I don't know how to tell him he did something bad with a happy voice.
Right?
It's kind of confusing for him. I feel like.
Hell yeah. So
Okay.
I played a lot of baseball growing up. That was probably like my main sport. And everyone's always like, "Well, why don't you coach?" I'm just like, dude, I could not coach this generation. Like, I'm a fucking asshole. I can't do it, bro.
I feel that 100%. Man. Yeah, yeah, that's awesome though.
100. So we know what you're like inside the cage, Devon. Tell me a little bit what you like to do outside the cage.
I like to just be around my people, man. I like to relax and chill, like, cause I'm working with my people, you know, or I'm training. You know what I mean? Like, I left all that going out, doing stuff in high school. You know, I'm done and over that. I like to relax, work out, and enjoy the company of my, like, my closest people.
That's important, man, because you see a lot of, especially MMA fighters, where they'll fall off the off the wagon because all they want to do is go party or all they want to do is drink, and then literally that type of situation ruins so many great careers before they can ever get going.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. There's one other I like to golf too. Yeah. Not
Okay,
not very good. We're getting there, but
he
I like
said, "Tiger, Tiger, Tiger, Tiger Woods, y'all."
hey, no, I'm gonna be the new DC, you feel me? Exactly, man.
So you're a student of the game as well. Obviously, who are some of the fighters that you like to watch and try to mimic while you're in the cage?
I wouldn't say I like to really mimic people, but like to watch and learn from. What I'd say Israel Adesanya, he was watching his Kevin Gastelum fight for that interim belt. I forgot
Yes.
that was one of the motivations for me to fight. Like when he said, what he said in the fifth round, he said, "You won't beat me. I'm prepared to die."
Hmm.
Chills. I wasn't even a fighter yet. You know what I mean? Or martial artist really. That just set me right there. So Izzy, obviously Mighty Mouse. Come on,
The
got it.
greatest flyweight ever.
Exactly. Um, I like watching Brandon Moreno a lot.
Oh yeah, very good. He's great with his striking too. He mixes it up real well. He's fluid from the body to the head like you are as well.
Exactly. That's what I tried. Like I said, I don't like to mimic people, but I like to learn from them. And like you said, like that's what I try to do. Habib, obviously, I'm a wrestler.
Man.
Got to put on for the Colorado fighters. Brandon Roval. I like
Hmm.
watching his. I guess I like to be in your face and nonstop, relentless. That's Brandon Roval right there, raw dog. Like just in your face, throwing strikes. For no
For
reason.
sure. Yeah, 100% that dude's on it.
And uh, I say those are the main fighters I like to watch and like learn from. You know.
Now, I know you have great coaching, great teammates, it says, but do you ever have any, chances to go cross train elsewhere?
Um, I don't know really how I feel too much about it, like
Okay.
because I just really love my team.
Yeah. No, I get it.
But like I do have. There's like because I work at 9 Round.
Uh-huh.
Great place. Check it out in your local area. Amazing place, amazing trainers, and amazing kickboxing workout. But the owner is part owner of a gym here called Peak MMA. So like I've like they've invited me over there to like train with them and stuff, which I appreciate a lot. Crazy to see. That's awesome, you know. But so like I've thought about that, you know. But like I said, like I really love my team. Like
You're
I
a
love.
loyal guy.
I feel conflicted sometimes, but like I know like I would never really leave them regardless. I don't want
Yeah, no, of course. You always have your home gym.
to change anything at all. That's my family. You know, that's like we done swap blood type
No,
stuff.
for
You know,
sure.
but I don't know. I've had opportunities to. I just haven't jumped on them. You know.
No,
Oh,
I mean,
one I did actually take our teammate Adam, my guy. That's one of my guys right there. We go golfing together. But he's from Trials MMA up in Fort Collins, and
okay.
we went there and trained after weigh-in just to get a little cool down workout in, and I loved it. It was awesome. Trials is a great place.
Yeah, you guys got a great facility out there in Colorado Springs. I was checking it out. Barb was actually doing her interview while she was at the gym, so I was like, damn, this place is nice.
Yeah, man, that it is beautiful. And we moved there in June, I believe in June.
So you've been
But
reaping all the benefits.
exactly, yep. Got the first camp. I got my first camp going on now. Got the nice gym, the boxing area, the weight room. I'm pretty sure we're getting this on. I'm not 100% sure we are. Then the mat area is just amazing. I don't know
Right?
if you guys.
Get the sauna, man. Those things are amazing. We don't have one in our gym, but when like the local gyms we go to, we have one there. So like our guys are constantly driving back and forth, like, hey, we got to make this weight. Let's get inside this sauna, bro.
Man, I wouldn't be in any more Epsom salt baths that
Epsom
are.
salt baths suck.
I hate talking to like a regular person. I hate saying regular person, but regular person being
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, I gotta go take a hot Epsom salt bath. They're like, ooh, lucky. So you haven't felt it when it's burning your skin off, have you?
Right? You know, I cut weight for jiu-jitsu. I cut a lot of weight for jiu-jitsu. And guys are usually like, well, why do you do that? I'm like, just that's what the fuck you're supposed to do. Shut up and just go with it.
Just it's how you cut weight, man.
It's
It's
just how
not.
it. They'd be like, oh, why are you only eating like 2 spoonfuls of rice? That's your lunch. I'm like, yes, let me savor this moment. That's all I get for all that day. God damn it.
My little meal right now, bro. Like, yeah,
I'm
I've
not
been.
talking shit. I don't got the energy to fight with you right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to eat like rice and maybe a little piece of chicken or something, man.
Right? No, no. Like before I did my last weight cut, I just told my old lady, I was like, listen, babe, I'm gonna be an asshole for like 2 weeks. I'm sorry ahead of time. Just letting you know, it is what it is.
I'm not too bad, but my girlfriend knows I get a little ornery around this time.
I just get hangry.
Yeah, exactly, man. You know, you're out there working hard, and then you can't eat whatever you want to eat.
No, and I always tell him like, hey, like eat around me. Like I don't care. Like don't be like you gotta like go in the other room and shit. But hey, that plate looks good. Let me smell it real quick. Right?
That's why, like, my girlfriend, you can eat whatever you want. You know, don't pressure me. You know,
Exactly.
might break.
Yeah, I might. It might. There's a good possibility of that happening, man. But I can't because I gotta make this weight. Like I did nationals. I had to cut down to it was 199 with my gi on, and my gi's a little heavy. I walk around about like 220. Yeah,
Oh,
it wasn't fun.
sounds definitely like.
Bro. Well, like once I walk around 220, eat whatever the fuck I want. Once I like taper down to eating whatever I want and get on the right diet, I get around like 210-ish, and then I gotta, just cut the rest of that weight.
Oh, so you got like what, 20?
Yeah, well 20 because I'm a foodie and I like to eat.
5 because the gi.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was the day of the competition, I was like 189 just to be safe. I wanted to be able to get up. I wanted to be able to wake up, eat a nice breakfast, rehydrate, feel good. You know what I mean? I didn't want to be like, shit, I still got to cut 2 more pounds the rest of the day.
Yeah, that's how I like. I like to get a little ahead of schedule.
Exactly. I'd
I don't
rather be
like
under than over.
exactly. It's like I remember wrestling tournaments where I'm showing up at 4 or 5 o'clock because I gotta cut a couple pounds. I'm like, nah, man, I'm good.
Put a sauna suit on, a sweatsuit, go for a nice little run.
It is real.
But the thing I don't like about that is your opponent sees that shit and he sees you cutting all that extra weight and he sees you dying when you get up there on the scale. Like, I want to be popping when I'm on the scale looking fresh and stuff. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Plus, I
Like
got all this hair that doesn't help.
yeah, they're good like half a pound.
For sure. So
Like
there's some times where I'm just like, man, I should go up a weight class. And then I compete and I'm like, man, I should probably go down another 10 pounds.
I couldn't do that. I don't like cutting a lot of weight. No, thank you. No, thank you. I keep an average cut. You know what I mean? Like nothing crazy. I don't like to go like 15, 20.
What do you walk around at?
Walk around. It depends. 35 to 40.
Okay.
Nothing crazy. I don't cut anything crazy.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. That's about average for a 25er.
Yeah. Yeah, but like I said, I'm used to wrestling guys that are weighing 50, 152, 149, 145. Like 25 is
These 25ers are fun then.
yeah. Especially I genuinely don't like I genuinely don't think a amateur flyweight can out wrestle me, to be honest. Like that's what me I don't know, man. I don't think they're fucking with the wrestling I got.
That's always good to have that, especially with you're very focused on striking. At least it seemed like that in your last fight. To have that in your back pocket and then don't show it a whole lot, that's great because that's really got to fuck with your opponent who has been watching you. You know what I mean? Like, okay, this guy's gonna come in here, he's gonna strike me. Oh shit, I'm on my back.
Exactly, man, exactly. And it's that relentless wrestler pressure too.
Yeah,
If you get up and I feel like taking another shot, that's what I'm gonna do. And you're gonna be taken down again. You know what I mean? Like Habib says, I'm not gonna stop at one shot.
yeah.
You know, I'm gonna keep on going. We're
And then
gonna be
everyone's always like, well, Habib just needs to stand up. Like, no, you need to get up, bro. That's your
yeah,
job.
get up, get up, get up. Then we'll see if you can. And if you can, in my mind, I might not take you down. I might sit here and beat on you. Or if you pressure me too much, you're getting put on your head. You know what I mean? But it's up to you. Like I said, I want to show I'm a mixed martial artist. Whatever you give me, I'm taking, and with a smile on my face.
And I really feel like you got the sky's the limit at this point. You have a very good head on your shoulders. You have great coaching behind you, and then I really feel like you have that relentless pressure that people don't put on a lot of people.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think a lot of flyweights, especially or up to bantamweight, have that type of relentless. I'm in your face. Like I said, that's why I mentioned Brandon Rope, because he's really one of the only him and Brandon, really the only flyweights I've seen in your face the whole fight,
Yes.
taking shots, not.
When there's only two of them, you're not used to that. You know what I mean?
So and Pantoja, I should put some respect on his name.
Pantoja versus Moreno looks like that's going to be a hell of a fight next. They've already fought twice, and Pantoja's won both of them.
Oh yeah, for the belt, yeah. Ooh, yeah, didn't he knock him out and submit him? Or no,
He submitted him on the show, and then I want to say he got a decision after the show.
and then that's when they had cut him.
Yes, Moreno. And that's the other thing too, being able to bounce back, being resilient, you know what I mean? Not just giving up like, oh, I got cut, I'm done. Like, no, bro, bounce the fuck back. You've seen plenty of people get cut, come back and be successful.
Exactly, man. You gotta just being a dog. Even like take a loss and okay,
Eat
all
it.
right, get my get back. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
exactly.
Like, I have it, man. It's ready to eat. If the dog doesn't eat, it dies.
Oh,
So
100%. All right, brother. I don't want to take too much more time out of your morning. I know you've been working all night. But before I let you go, I want to give you a quick opportunity to give a shout out to your teammates, sponsors, loved ones, anyone that's really helped you along your martial arts journey.
yes, sir. I appreciate that, man. I want to give a shout out to my whole team. All my sparring partners. I want to give a shout out to Coach Mike. I want to give a shout out to Barb, helps me with my jujitsu a lot. Coach Smitty, that's my guy. And give a shout out to my wonderful girlfriend, crazy supportive, just an amazing woman. Give a shout out to my brother, his girlfriend, my mom. What? No, we're nothing without our moms. You know what I mean?
No,
My
for
dad,
sure.
sisters, and I want to give a shout out to 9 Round. I'm working there, and they're sponsoring me for this fight. So man, stop by 9 Round in your area. It is an amazing workout, and if you want to learn some basic kickboxing, it's just amazing, and it's a great deal. And also give a shout out to, you know, Native MMA Radio having me on here, man. That's awesome. I love the opportunity you just gave me. And yeah, that's about it. My team, my coaches, 9 Round, and my peoples, man.
No, for sure, man. And I appreciate you taking time out of your day to do this. I love being able to spotlight the future of this sport, and you've helped me do that today.
Sir, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Where can the fans find you on social media?
DyVonne T is Instagram, DyVonnet. That's my Instagram. And then really that's really all you can also follow my Twitter. I'm a little less active on my Twitter, but I'm still there. So that's just the same thing, DyVonne T1. And that's my Twitter account. So DyVonne T is Instagram, DyVonne T1.
There you guys have it. Thornton, going to be fighting Fury Fight 51, September 12th, UFC Fight Pass. Do not miss it, guys. It's going to be nonstop action the entire time. DyVonne, thank you for your time today, man, and I'll talk to you soon.
Sir, thank you.
Of course. Have a good one.